Hello everybody, SeaSlug here, bringing you guys round 5 of my CLT run. Now, I'm actually going to be skipping round 4 for a bit. I mean, I'll still upload it, but I just want to get this battle out of the way because this is the greatest battle of all time right here. This is by far probably like the greatest battle that I've had like on Wi-Fi. Probably, I don't know. But yeah, anyway, looking at his team, he has Bravery, which is a pretty big threat. I don't want my Lopunny and Mungus and also Tornadoes to take a hit from it. I basically have to use my Tyranitar and Rotom Wash to keep that thing in check, and also his Zizor. Thankfully, he doesn't have any like healing, heal bell or anything like that on his team. So if I burn that Scizor, that'll be good. But yeah, that Scizor, such a huge threat. If it gets up a Swords Dance, it's pretty much game over at that point. And also his Hippowdon is going to be annoying just because it's bulky and Rocket Helmet, so I can't just smack it with my Lopunny or do anything like that. But yeah, the battle is beginning now. He leads off with his Latios as I lead off with my Rotom Wash, kind of having a hard time deciding what I wanted to lead off. Right here, he makes the play and goes into his Hippowdon as I decided to stay in and go for the Thunder Wave. And yeah, I'm sorry if you guys hear a freaking lawnmower in the back, but yeah, my neighbor is cutting the grass. But yeah, anyway, go for Thunder Wave. If I can just paralyze that Latios, that would actually help out my Tyranitar a lot, because Tyranitar is kind of my Latios check, and I also need it to be my Talonflame check. So, paralyzing it, getting this Latios off its back, would help it out. But right here, I'm just getting absolutely predicted. I was like, oh my god, is this guy hacking the game? Does this guy have the ability to see my moves before I make them? And it was really annoying me. Because it goes out into freaking Hippowdon on my Thunder Wave, which is kind of risky, and now go back into Latios on the Hydro Pump. So yeah, I was just getting played right here. I kind of get played once again. He tricks me a Choice Scarf. So yeah, now I'm Choice Scarf Rotom, which was one of my favorite sets back in Gen 5, but unfortunately I don't have Trick. And because of my set that I have, Hydro Pump, Volt Switch, Will-O-Wisp, and Thunder Wave, his Latios and Hippowdon basically get to do whatever they want when my Rotom is kind of in the field. So yeah, this Rotom is kind of just dead weight at this point, as he is just going to go back into Hippowdon. I did want to switch out, predicting his switch into Hippowdon, but again, this guy has been playing just way too, I don't know, he's been calling me out. So I was afraid of him predicting that, or just dropping like a Draco or something. So yeah, anyway, Hippowdon is in the field now. It's more than likely just, of course, it's gonna get up the rocks. So I'm just gonna go for a Spore right here. I mean, it's obvious that his Latios would be a good switch in, because it's paralyzed. I cannot put it to sleep, and Side Shock would do a ton of damage to my Mungus. So I decided to just go out into Tyranitar. If he goes for Draco, that'd be bad, because I'd be taking quite a bit of damage, but wouldn't necessarily be too bad. So yeah, what does he go for right here? Yeah, hold up, the battle's gonna get sped up in a little bit, but anyway, he's gonna call back his Latios as I'm just gonna set up my rocks. I know he's gonna go into his Infernape, but I mean, there's not much I can do about it, and I also really need to get my rocks up for the Talonflame. So here I'm just gonna go into Rotom Wash on the close combat. Rotom Wash being pretty much useless. Thankfully, it's bulky enough to at least take that one close combat, but I mean, it's able to take that one close combat, and I'm not locked into any moves. However, he does have this Latios right here, and I really wanted to click Volt Switch and get some switch initiative from this turn. But what if he went into that Hippowdon? That would be so bad. But yeah, Latios is in the field right here. Wasn't too sure what it was gonna want to try to do. I kind of just go out into my Tyranitar here. Of course, Defog is an option. He could have recovered to get back his HP, or he could have just tried and gone to finish off my Rotom. But he does in fact Defog, which is actually better for me, because I'm gonna be able to get up my rocks right away. And if he wanted to keep defogging my rocks right away, then eventually he'd get paralyzed. So setting up my rocks is in fact the best move I can go for. Scizor is in the field, really scary. I don't want to risk my Tyranitar or anything like that. I know he's more than likely just going to go for the U-turn and get the switch initiative no matter what I do this turn. So kind of going into my Amoonguss is kind of just the best thing I could do, as he does in fact U-turn, goes back into his Infernape. And I'm just going to go back into my Rotom as Death Fodder, sack this thing, and then I'll be able to just go into my Lopunny and, you know, outspeed it and, you know, fake out, quick attack, all that stuff. As he does, you know, just finish off my Rotom. So now in comes my Lopunny. Of course, I'm not Mega yet, so I don't automatically outspeed this thing. So I just have to go for the fake out. I wanted to just throw out. I honestly really wanted to throw out like a return or high jump kick, because I knew this Hippowdon was gonna, you know, come in, but I could not risk this Lopunny, so I kind of just go for, you know, fake out right here. Not really anything I could do with my Lopunny, so I'm forced to switch out. I have to go out into Tornadus T, as you know, he actually he switches out. I was gonna say he gets up his rocks, but no, he actually just switches out into this Talonflame, and I don't want to risk my Tornadoes. You know, it's pretty helpful. I don't want to risk it, so I'm not even gonna bother U-turning out. He was probably just gonna go for, you know, like a Roost, because I did see leftovers right there, which, you know, he does. But unfortunately for this Talonflame, my Tyranitar is in the field, and I'm sorry, Talonflame, but you cannot escape. Yeah, like I think it was pretty safe for me to go for Pursuit right here, because his Talonflame threatens my Lopunny and my Amoonguss, two very annoying Pokemon for his team. So yeah, go for the Pursuit, do over half to that Talonflame, and now it cannot come back in. That Talonflame is dead, and I do not have to worry about my Lopunny or Amoonguss getting just Brave Birded. And also my Tyranitar can kind of just relax and become a Death Fodder basically. But yeah, Tornadus is in the field now, gonna Hurricane this thing, knock off. I did not want to risk missing a Hurricane, so I just go for knock off and end up just sacrificing my Tornadus to the Rocky Helmet and Life Orb damage. I did not want to miss Hurricane, because if he got up that slack off, I did not want to put up with that, honestly. So anyway, we both have a double down, and he, you know, plays this right here really smart, sends in his Talonflame, which is dead already, and that way he's able to get switch initiative on whatever I wanted to bring in. Of course, like I said, my Tyranitar is kind of the most useless thing on my team right now, so I just sack that to the close combat, as now I'm able to just go out into my Excadrill. The sand is up right now, so I will be able to outspeed this Infernape. Really hoping it does not have, you know, Mach Punch, but of course it does, of course, have Mach Punch, so it's going to be able to get off a ton of damage to my Excadrill. My Excadrill is kind of just, I don't know, it's kind of useless right now. I can't really take a hit, and once the Sandstorm ends, it won't be able to outspeed that Gengar. As his Scizor comes in, I am just getting the hell out of there. Earthquake is probably going to be doing around like 30 to 40, and this thing is going to have Roost, so yeah, that's just the losing. Like, if I stay in there with my Excadrill and just go for Earthquake, I'll just lose. Like, the game will just be over at that point, so have to go into my Amoonguss and pray to God that this Amoonguss can take whatever he wants to go for, you know, and just pray that it can take whatever he wants to go for. It take that U-turn not as well as I would have liked. So yeah, I'm just gonna go for Spore right here. Cannot risk that thing, you know, staying in and, you know, Sword Dancing or doing anything like that. I cannot risk that, so I just have to go into my Amoonguss. Thankfully, I do have Regenerator on the Amoonguss, so you know, call it back out. Go out into my Slow Flake right here. Hope that this Draco misses, but no, it doesn't. If it missed, I could have, you know, gotten off an Iron Head and, you know, done stuff with this Excadrill, but no. My Excadrill is gone, so now I have to go out into my Lopunny, outspeed the Latios, and, you know, just go for a return. You know, it was pretty safe to just go for a return right here. He was not going to risk his Scizor or Gengar. He was just not going to risk that. So yeah, he just sacks the Latio finally. As the Scizor comes in, I go for the high jump kick. I was thinking about switching out into my Amoonguss, but I was thinking I could maybe take like a Bullet Punch or something here, but you know, just go for the high jump kick, get off damage on this thing. I need to get this. Like having the scissor weak will help out my Amoonguss because it won't be able to set up on it and, you know, roost and all that stuff, because I do have hidden power fire here. So yeah, he goes for the U-turn, and take note of how much damage that U-turn did. I was like under 100 and I was still able to live that. So yeah, just gonna go for the Spore. He ends up, you know, going out into his Gengar on the Spore, which is, you know, pretty smart, because this Gengar can't really win against my Lopunny, and my Lopunny at this point it's weak enough where Bullet Punch from Scizor will just finish it off. So yeah, right now Scizor is the most important thing on his team, and it's still a huge threat. Like you cannot tell who's gonna win. Like at any point in the battle, you could not tell who's gonna win. But yeah, Gengar guaranteed turn of Sleeper here. I'm just gonna go for the high jump kick, hoping I would actually kill off the Gengar, but I was also going for the high jump kick just in case he switched back into his Scizor. If he did that, he would just take off. He'll just KO my Lopunny if he brought it in like on a return or something. I don't know. But yeah, this thing is actually pretty weak. But yeah, anyway, the point is I'm able to take down his Gengar, and now it's Scizor versus my last two Pokemon. So I go for the quick attack, try to get off as much damage as possible, as this Bullet Punch is gonna take me down regardless. And now my Amoonguss is gonna come in a little bit over half, but because of rocks, it's gonna dip under 100 right here. But U-turn is not gonna take me down. He goes for the Sword Dance. He actually misclicked. He meant to go for Roost, which was actually the smartest play. And I honestly should have just gone for the Spore, because Spore would have actually just been the smarter play, because, you know, if he went for Roost, I would just put it to sleep and, you know, kill it. And if he went for like a U-turn and didn't kill me, I'll just put it to sleep and then kill it. But yeah, that was just an absolutely crazy game. He did misclick at the end. Although, let's say he went for Roost. I of course went for Hidden Power Fire. I would have actually gotten one more turn of Black Sludge recovery. He wouldn't be able to KO me with U-turn, and I would have immediately put that Scizor to sleep, and then started smacking it with, you know, like Hidden Power Fires, doing about 30 damage each time, and the battle would have actually came down to if he would wake up or not. So yeah, at no point during this battle could you tell, you know, who was gonna win. And we both actually kind of made some misplays at the very end. Me by going for Hidden Power instead of Spore right away, and him for, of course, misclicking and going for the Sword Stance, because going for Roost was, of course, his best play at the end. But yeah, anyway, that was a freaking intense battle. It literally came down to the wire, and yeah, honestly, after that battle, I feel like I'm probably just gonna win this whole thing, because that was just absolute crazy. Like, seriously. Yeah, I really don't know what to say. Like, that battle just, that battle just could not have gone any differently. But yeah, anyway, yeah, thank you guys for watching. I have 2 other battles, Wi-Fi battles, that I have recorded and actually, like, edited and everything, that I need to get up. I have 2 more battles, plus, you know, the remaining CLT battles. So yeah, rambling on at this point. Hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, later folks.